3.
Good morning. I want to talk to you this morning about the roaring tiger that seeks to devour you. We've been talking about Romans, and particularly in chapter 6, that sin is dead to us. But the truth is, we're not dead to sin. And you're saying, well, wait a minute, Stacy, I thought you said that we were crucified with Christ, buried with Christ, raised to walk in newness of life. How can you say that now that sin is some kind of adversary for me? Well, the reason is, he tells us right here in chapter 6, verse 12, therefore do not let sin reign in your mortal body, that you should obey it in the lust thereof. And so we still have a problem with our mortal body. Anything that is mortal is not redeemed. These bodies are not redeemed because they're going to die. And, I've got arthritis in my knees from running all these years. And I didn't have that 10 years ago. My body's wearing out a little bit. And it'll wear out one day. It'll stop. Because my body, I'm going to get a glorified body one day. But sin is resident in the members of my body. You say, how can that be? We talked about beachhead. A beachhead is where something has invaded a particular part of a greater part, and from there seeks to launch an attack and take over the rest of the territory. That's what sin does. It is inherent. It is resident. It is an interloper. It is somebody that has come and tried to usurp our bodies that were never meant for this, and to use them for sin. And it works through our drives because it wants to turn hunger into gluttony. It wants to turn natural sexual appetite into addiction. It wants to turn righteous anger into rage. It wants to turn work into greed and to misery. All of those things, it seeks to pervert what God intended to be our natural instincts. And so he's saying two things here. Number one, sin reigns in your mortal body. Or it seeks to reign in your mortal body. It's there. It remains. It doesn't have to reign. That's where he says, reckon yourselves to be dead to it. Sin remains in my mortal body, but I must rule over it by reckoning it to be dead, just like my crucifixion with Christ, that I'm no longer a slave to sin. I'm no longer under the realm of death. I have defeated that in Christ. I am freed from sin in Christ. But if I don't act out who I am, I will have a tendency to go back. You remember what God said to Cain after he murdered our brother Abel? Or was unhappy before he murdered him. When he was unhappy, for God didn't accept his sacrifice. And he said, sin lies at your door. Its desire is for you, but you must rule over it. It wants to totally consume your life. Now, whoever I give my body to, I'll be a slave of, even if I'm freed from sin. Now, that's an impossibility, isn't it? Well, in Christ can never be a slave to sin. So what am I doing? I'm acting like something that's not true. I'm lying to myself. I've been freed from sin. But yet I'm allowing it from its beachhead in my body to seek to control me. What is the cure? I must reckon myself to be dead. I must say this is not who I am. I am not this person. I can forgive this person. I can check my anger. By the grace of God, I can be different. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. There is the ticket. It's all about being in Christ, not you, not your effort. You go back to who you are in Christ. You don't have to let the roaring tiger eat you. God bless you. Have a great day.